We had been together for a really long time. About 4 years ago, we decided to adopt a child, and she broke up with me about 4 years ago. About 2 years ago, and stopped paying child support. And so I have had all the responsibility of our daughter, and she barely comes around.
That's really not.
Ma'am, let her finish. You will have your opportunity to speak.
Okay.
Okay. I can roll my eyes too. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
She never sees our daughter, and recently she just changed jobs. She was making a lot of money, and she just dropped jobs so that, because right when I started talking to her about child support, she changed jobs because she wanted to make sure that she wasn't ever going to have to pay anything.
Okay, ma'am, where do you used to work?
I was a teacher.
Okay. How much were you making as a teacher?
Oh, I think around 40,000.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
Because based on the paperwork that you provided, your teacher's salary was $55,000 a year.
well, that doesn't include what I put into profit sharing.
Is that true or not?
55?
$55,000. Your documents are correct, right?
Okay, that's probably true.
Okay, it's not a probably.
That's
You
true.
submitted it. Thank you.
Okay,
$55,000 a year. How much are you making now? Like, where are you working at now?
Well, I'm working at a store as a clerk, and I'm making 30,000 a year now.
When parents suddenly take lower-paying jobs right after child support discussions start, courts see it as a red flag. Research shows that intentionally reducing income to avoid child support is most common among parents with professional experience. To prevent this tactic from affecting the child, family courts consider what a parent is capable of earning, not just their current income.
What type of degrees do you have for that?
I have a degree in economics,
Okay. You have one degree or you have multiple
Well,
degrees?
and I have my master's in accounting.
You have a master's in accounting and you're working as a clerk?
Yes.
What are you doing at this job?
Well, I help people find clothes.
Like a retail clerk?
Yes.
Ma'am, you have a master's degree.
Yes.
Did-
But I don't have to make all that money
No, you.
if I'm just going to give it all away anyway.
So let me get something straight. She's deliberately, what you're saying is she's deliberately working at this retail job. Now I get it.
I can do
You know,
any job I want.
You know what? Your character is not looking very cute to me at all, because you have tried to misrepresent to me what is really going on in this case. You stopped working as a teacher so you would not have to pay that higher amount in child support.
Well,
Well, is that not the case?
we discussed it, and she didn't seem to have an objection. And I just thought I was paying enough.
No.
And when I talked to my daughter, she loves me more anyway, and she should come live with me. And I know that's not a matter for this court.
Right, that's definitely not a matter for what we're here on today, because based on what we've already discussed, the child lives with her, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're not providing any type of financial support anymore, correct?
I provide emotional support all the time. The child.
You know what, that is not, you cannot quantify emotional support. Stop it. I'm just gonna go on with what I need to do, because you obviously came here to play games today.
No, my baby
Yes,
loves me.
you did.
She loves me more
And your
than she
baby
loves
needs
her.
money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your baby needs money.
Legal experts point out that courts consistently reject emotional support claims as a justification for not paying child support. Parents who downplay financial obligations by emphasizing emotional bonds are engaging in compensatory reasoning, attempting to replace financial support with emotional involvement. When a parent deliberately takes a lower-paying job despite having higher qualifications, courts prioritize the child's financial well-being over emotional arguments. Subscribe now so you don't miss any of our explosive court cases.
What I'm going to do, how long ago did she stop working as a teacher? Was it recent?
Yes.
How recent?
6 months ago.
6 months ago?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. Your child support is going to be set at that $55,000, because
What?
it sounds like you are intentionally underemployed, so you do not have to pay a higher amount in child support, and that is ridiculous, because you're not cheating her. you're cheating your child. So, based on $55,000 a year, I have your gross at $4,583.33. Is there a reason your mouth is open? Do you need some water?
I just can't believe you're being so mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean at all, ma'am. You, on the other hand, are being mean. You deliberately stopped working. You have a master's degree, and you went to a retail store so you would not have to pay for your daughter.
Well, that's my prerogative.
Well, you know it is my prerogative to read these numbers out to you. Keep listening. Who carries health insurance for the child?
I do.
You
I do
do?
everything.
Based on this, I see health insurance at $1,200 a month.
Well,
Ma'am, where do you work?
I work for the airlines.
Okay.
And the $1,200 is for me and the child.
Okay.
The child portion is $400.
Okay, I'm seeing that.
ridiculous,
I'm seeing
isn't
that.
it? That
No, it's
can't be
ridiculous that you're not paying. But guess what? You're getting ready to pay now, and you're going to repay whatever the amount is for the child. Well, $400.
She doesn't even love our daughter. She loves her 4 cats
Ma'am.
more than our daughter.
Ma'am, you know what?
How would you know
That
you
is not
never see
excuse
our
me.
daughter?
The two of you will address me, and that is not an issue for this court. Nobody cares about what's going on with the cats. Health insurance, you're going to be responsible for reimbursing that. So I have your child support obligation at $758.90 plus $400 for the monthly health insurance comes out to $1,158.90.
Am I paying the whole $400 a month, or is she paying any of it?
Did you hear me put you on a payment plan for that? If you didn't, you're paying the full amount, $1,158.90. And I need you to close your mouth. I just don't understand why you're looking so confused right now. Child support is based on the calculation. Okay? Is there anything further?
I'm not making that much anymore.
Well, but you just testified, right?
Right.
That you intentionally are working at a lower paying job, right?
Right.
Okay, so I have the discretion to set your child support at that same amount that you were making as a teacher.
Results are, James, you are not the biological father of Faith's 5-month-old son. So your intuition was pretty good. You kind of had a feeling it wasn't James. Now hearing and for sure knowing that he's not your biological son, and I know I don't want to put you on the spot, but does it change anything knowing for sure?
No, I don't.
No, because you still...
That's just a piece.
This child development research shows that men who remain active fathers, despite negative DNA results, form bonds just as strong as biological fathers. Psychologists call this intentional parenting. Studies confirm that infants like this, 5-month-old, develop attachments through consistent care rather than biology. This makes James's decision especially meaningful for the baby's emotional and developmental well-being.
I love my son since the first day he was born. That's my guy.
You can see you really have a bond with your son. Why do you think Adriana cheated on you?
Flirt with other men while in front of me or behind my head.
She flirts with men right in front of you?
She likes to flaunt it.
I hope that after today you stop accusing me of cheating and just move past the insecurities and just open your heart to me like I do to you.
Let the results
That's it.
prove and show that what you're saying is true, and then we could do that.
You took a DNA concerning the 2-year-old little boy, and Robert, you are not the father of Adriana's 2-year-old son.
How?
Well, I think you know how.
Ain't no way, bro! My son, bro! I got him tatted on my chest!
Men who permanently mark their fatherhood, like with tattoos, experience the highest rates of post-paternity trauma, with recovery taking 2 to 3 times longer than those without such reminders. Public displays of father-child bonding, like proudly saying, "That's my guy," help create real neural pathways of attachment that don't just vanish with a DNA test. Additionally, early behavior patterns, such as one partner repeatedly accusing the other of public flirting, can signal deeper trust issues that often resurface in paternity cases.
My roommate in college was cheating on her long-distance boyfriend, so what I did was wait for the actual boyfriend to come home one weekend, and then I called him the other guy's name. He picked up on the cue immediately, and I got to watch the whole thing go down. And before anyone tells me to mind my business, if everyone turned a blind eye when they saw someone deliberately hurting another person, this world would be a significantly worse place.